What's going on, everybody? So today we're gonna go ahead and roll the fender on the front of the passenger side on the Skyline, because the tires I have on it right now, it's somewhat beefy, but it's really close to the fender. Driving it for the past couple of days, I've noticed that it kind of rubs on full lock. So I want to go ahead and just take off the wheel and just roll the fenders a little bit. I do have a fender roller that I borrowed from my buddy. Don't want to go too much into it because I don't want anyone to mess up their fenders doing it. It's just, I had a lot of experience in the past rolling fenders in all my cars, and every single car is different. You gotta use spacers, you gotta go at a different angle, you gotta use a lot of heat. Everything is approachable through experience. Sometimes I do mess up and the paint does chip, but in this case, I'm gonna take my time and actually heat up the fender very thoroughly. Also, rolling the fenders on a soft Japanese metal like this will actually make it flare out a little bit. So hopefully I can achieve a good roll without messing that up. You can see right here all this dust right here. That's where the tire was touching it. That's the reason why I need to roll the fender. You can see the lip of the metal right there, all the way down. So that's gonna have to be tucked in quite a little bit. Might be hard to see on this side, but I've already rolled this a little bit. Not completely flat. Some odd reason, when I go ahead to roll it, the fender does flex a lot, and I don't want to mess up the body lines from the top here and the back there. So I did the best that I could. But I don't have any real issues here. Mostly it's flat around here, but when you get further back here, I kind of didn't go as aggressive, because if you look at the arch is kind of wide compared to some cars. Some cars, the arches are shorter, but like a taller flare, if that makes sense. If I were to attack this very aggressively, I risk potentially losing this clean body line right here, and it'll also widen the gap, and I'm just super anal about that. I don't want to mess up the body lines on this at all. I think that's what really makes a car very clean, if everything looks original. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on the tripod and time lapse this whole ordeal. But you know, you've seen videos before, you know how it's done. Just set it up nicely, make sure you're not gonna mess with your calipers, attack it slowly, and just hope for the best. This is not gonna be a do-it-yourself video, obviously, so hopefully this thing turns out real nice and I don't have any more issues. So let's get to it. There you go, guys, it's completely done. I rolled it, and I actually rolled it flat for some reason. I guess today it worked a lot better than it was the other day when I did the driver's side. So I'm gonna correct that when I get a chance to lift that side up and take the wheel off and do it. But it is perfect. I know for a fact it's not gonna rub. Just right there, there's so much clearance, and nothing is touching the tire anymore. As you can see, it's perfectly fine, and it's completely flat. Somehow the Japanese metal is really, really soft, and I was able to get that done quickly. As long as you put the heat on it for a little bit longer than usual, it would soften the metal just enough. Ideally, that's what I wanted, as flat as possible. I wanted to go with the body line. I didn't want to do too much, so it's looking pretty good. One thing I might do right now is put a spacer on the back. As you can see, it's tucking a lot compared to the front. The front's pretty flush. Back here is pretty tucking. That's why I have these spacers here on the floor. I think they're 6mm. but it will definitely make that rear look a lot better. I'm just contemplating if I want to do that because it could give me some issues in the long run, like potentially rubbing right here, which is very common in a lot of cars, because right now it doesn't rub, but I can see the lip of the quarter panel right here, it's kind of sticking out about 1 inch. So probably have to end up rolling that too. And another thing is I kind of want to raise the rear just a hair, just because the front, you can see right there, is right at the edge of the tire, but the back is tucking a lot. But the stance is pretty decent, to be honest with you, but I know if I go start fiddling with this, I might as well just raise it up and put the spacer on. Probably would give me no issues at all with the rubbing, like I was mentioning just now. So I'm glad I'm able to just roll that fender and get the tire clearance out of the way. The last thing I want is to turn the wheel doing a U-turn or a right turn somewhere and it just catches and pulls the fender out, because then it's going to cost a lot of money to find replacement parts or to fix it with some body work. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little quick one, just get the ball rolling on the Nissan R34. I hope you guys are subscribed. I hope you guys like the video, leave a comment. My main goal is mainly just to restore it, like I said, just detail it, clean it up real nice, and just enjoy the car. I don't want to overdo it. When you usually mod a car too fast, you get bored of it real fast, and I think that's kind of the symptom that I got from the S2000, but after I put it back to stock, I enjoy that car very, very well. So I hope to do the same with this, just enjoy it as is and not do too much to it. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace.